how's it coming? I see you guys have a good bit of progress so far, but I'm happy with it. Just keep clearing out as much as you can, and I'm sure we'll have it done by sundown.
Well, I don't know, man. Gary's been kinda infatuated by his pitchfork for the past few days. Now, what kind of metal are you made of?
That cave's still bugging me lately. I might check it out later.
Don't stand in the grain, or else you'll get all wheat.
Yeah, keep working on those, Jeff. Alright guys, let's take a second, take a break. I brought some food for us all.
You know, it's probably a good thing that these farmers stick to farming.
What's up guys, it's your boy V, and welcome to another episode of How to Main the Units. Part 9, The Farmer. The Farmer is another one of the 2 infantry units in the farming faction. Comes equipped with a pitchfork and a fairly light build, which is both for appearance and for tacticality. The Farmer is actually squishier than most infantry units. He's got less health than the clubbers, and I'm sure less health than every other infantry. But with that, they're also cheaper and very, well, I shouldn't say very, but more mobile than other infantry units. Being lighter and having a lighter weapon means being able to move a little bit easier. And they also are able to do little hit and run tactics with their pitchforks. Although with this, they also have below average damage for most infantry units, normally taking about 2 or 3 hits to take down a clubber. Whereas the clubber can just smack the farmer once and it'll go down. To offset this, the farmers have a faster attack speed than other infantry units. One small advantage that the farmer also has over other infantry units is its range. It has a pitchfork, and it doesn't have a club or any other kind of blunt weapon, so he's going to be able to have more melee range compared to other melee units, like the halfling or the clubber. Now, I know I divide this up in infantry, range, shield, all that stuff, but especially with the farmer, you need to take into consideration who the unit is. Are you facing someone small like the halfling, or are you fighting a more normal-sized unit like yourself, as in the farmer? Normally, it doesn't matter too much for other units, but for the farmer, it's actually pretty big. The farmer here actually has a pretty big disadvantage against smaller characters such as the halfling, mostly just cause every time the farmer stabs, he stabs upwards almost. And since you have to swing at a lower character, that's gonna screw you over. Now, the only thing that could really happen that's good for the halfling is being able to duck under all the swings and be able to fight back. So really the best thing you can do is just kind of wait for an opening. Granted, that's going to be kind of hard to find when the halfling's going to be up your butt 24/7. So you'll just need to kind of wait and take your moment. Granted, that moment doesn't come very often, so try and use what you can. And other than that, just dodge out of the way the best you can. And is he stuck? Yeah, he is. Oh, that's funny. Alright, and then if something like that happens, just capitalize off it. And if you're versing something like yourself, like another farmer, just stick and move the best you can. Remember that you actually excel very well in hit and run tactics. So if you can go in, hit, and get out, you'll be fine. Against shield units, the process is fairly simple. Easily, just as the last time, just juke around and try and get your stabs in. Granted, with a shield unit, you'll also have a little bit more leeway due to them dealing less damage. Now, obviously, that sounds all pretty simple, but your spear guy actually has a little bit of a disadvantage. Because of that disadvantage, if you ever miss, sometimes you risk falling onto the floor, much like the shield units with their bulky shields. That's especially the case for when they fall over, like how this fight normally goes, but as long as you can deal with that and land a bunch of stuff, you should be fine. Against a Hay-Baler, well, you're gonna need to really stay on your toes for this one. He has a way faster attack speed than most units as well, And he also has his little hay bale, which he uses to kind of block damage. Granted, this damage isn't nothing crazy, but enough to make a difference. Sometimes you can get lucky and live with a bit of health, leaving you able to pick your moment and get in for that last hit. Although he's less than ideal for dealing with ranged units, the farmer isn't horrible by any means. When dealing with the potion maker, at least, you really want to be on your toes. Because as soon as you get hit with one of those potions, you're probably going to keep falling over and then eventually get hit by another one. But don't worry. With proper timing, there's hope. Obviously. Just do your best to juke around the potions and such, and just depending on if you can dodge it or not, just, yeah, you get the idea. Basically, if you can avoid the potions and get to them, you're fine. If you can't, well, not so much. Just remember to be as evasive as you can be for your mobility. You should be fairly alright. The only other thing I can think of is that try and do this when approaching any person. Just randomly slash, because it brings you forwards. Against AoE units, I feel like I've been saying this a lot with these. As a farmer, there is not much hope for you in this case. Chances are you're just gonna get slapped by the scythe and you're gonna have to go with it. But trust me when I say there is power in numbers. And now, with that said, obviously the numbers are probably gonna have to be pretty massive to take on an AoE unit that can one-shot your entire troop in one swipe. Now, granted, the best thing you can hope for is for your other units to get enough damage in so that way you can run in and finish off the job. Now, it's obviously a lot harder whenever all the units are all clumped up. I mean, literally, it's an AoE unit that attacks in front of her. Obviously, it makes sense when she swipes and takes out almost all your dudes in one hit, and then promptly finishes you off too. So then, what you do, try and stagger all your units to where her attack speed doesn't have enough time to recuperate for the next wave of people coming in, leaving you able to wait and finish the job. Against DPS units, you will probably have the same idea as the Harvester. You are not going to be much of a threat to the chieftain at all, unless you really juke him. Oh, wow, that hurt. Ow. I like winced at that. Anyway, but yeah, you want to be as mobile as you can be against the chieftain or any DPS units. Okay, I'll be honest, the stab kind of screws you over because you can't really get in well enough. But if you can get enough hits on it, I'm sure it's possible. I'm just not good enough. With all that said, the farmer, at the end of the day, is a fairly weak infantry unit that still fills its niche fairly well. Being able to quickly step in, get stabs in, and get away is very helpful in cases where you might not have as many points to use as many units. Or maybe other niche options, like maybe overwhelming your opponents and stuff like that. I would also like to apologize that I didn't really have a unique properties bit, mostly just because the only unique part about the farmer that I could find is his little step lunge before he stabs, and also his inclusion on the wheelbarrow unit, where he just sits up front and kind of acts as a little spike for the end of the wheelbarrow, stabbing anyone that comes close. I also feel like I do this every video too, but I would also like to thank you guys for the channel's progress so far, and I would just like to let you know how appreciative I really am. As of recording and getting this video ready, the channel has reached 200 subscribers. Now, first off, holy crap, that is awesome. So thank you guys so much. But enough about the channel. Obviously, you guys care about the series, so thank you all for that. Just you being here at the end of the video tells me enough that you are definitely a supporter. So thank you very much. Though, if you aren't subscribed and want to know if I get more of these videos out at a decent time, then the subscribe button's there along with the bell if you want to hit it. If not, totally cool. I'll see you guys all next time. Have an amazing day. Well, here's that cave. Let's take a look inside. It's kind of creepy in there. Hopefully nothing tries to hit me, or jump out at me, or any of that crap. Huh. That's a weird looking figurine. I smell smoke. What is that? Oh, there's a fire in here. It's still lit. So someone must have been here pretty recently. Huh. Wonder what's all these figurines for. Alright. Well, seems kind of weird to have a fireplace in a cave. Wonder what's going on here.
You sure you saw him walk in here? Yeah, I'm sure. Alright.
Someone else is in here with me. I can sense their presence. Hello?
Hey there, buddy. Come here.
Whoa. Hey now, you calm down with that. Stay back.
Quick, grab his
I'm not
ankles.
letting you. I got a family to get back to you. Stupid. It's one of you.
Oh, you might get away now. But you might not.
I will. If not for them, it'll be for ending you.
You won't get far, you know.
That's right. Now I gotta get back to the others. Oh, I don't feel great after that. Probably because they punched me kind of hard in there. But I gotta keep going. I gotta make it back to the farm with the rest of them. I also gotta tell them what I found. Otherwise, it might not be too good for the rest of them. I still don't feel too good, though. Oh. Wake up. I still gotta make it back to him. I'll make it back. Mark my words.